another episode of
The Epic Family Road Trip.
So we had an awesome talk yesterday at the Napa Canadian National Conference. That was so much fun, so energizing and exciting. Now we drove down to Orangeville, where, as you know from our other videos, we have family here, and we're dropping in to say hi to my sister Deb. Another reason the boys love coming down here, hang out with all their friends and cousins. Just the whole gang showed up. The boys we were just going to show up for a few minutes and drop Caroline off. But you know how it goes. We ended up staying for a couple hours, and then all their friends found out the boys are here, and now we got the whole gang here. But super fun. I love watching them have so much fun together. But we got to head out of here pretty soon because we got a long drive ahead of us. Boys will be boys. It's funny, there's two groups of boys, so a whole bunch of them that are around Pete's age, and then there's a whole bunch of these guys right around Daniel's age. Makes it perfect. 1, 2, 3, you got it.
Wow.
We're here at Auntie Deb's and Uncle Frank's. They prepared some organic vegetable soup, and it smells amazing. Too bad we don't have smell-o-vision because, what is it, got curry seasoning in it? But anyway, it smells amazing, and we're gonna enjoy it with our beautiful family, my sister Deb and her husband Frank, and all the kids.
So after I got to say hi to my amazing Aunt Deb and got to talk to her for a bit, me and my friend Coretta went out to do a photo shoot for their outdoor structure company called Norway. And they just wanted me to do some photos for their website and their Instagram, and I was more than happy to do that because I love photography and their structures are so beautiful. So we went out to take some pictures of their different pavilions and pergolas at 3 different locations, and we had so much fun.
So we said we'd drop in for a coffee, say hi, and here we are. The sun's gone down, probably 6 hours later or 5 hours later we're leaving, but that's the way it goes when you're having fun. And we just had such a good time again with Aunt Deb and her beautiful kids and Uncle Frank, so that's how it goes. But anyway, it's dark now, and there's no way we're gonna make it 5 hours up and then cross the lake. We'll find a place for tonight and then head up early in the morning. After a beautiful visit yesterday with my sister, last night we stopped part way up. We got too tired to drive all the way up north, so then we got up early this morning, and we're almost back at the lake again. Looking forward to seeing how the construction guys did while we were away. The colors are still beautiful. It's probably the last week or maybe 2 more weeks of this, but they're starting to blow down in the wind, you can see. It's chilly this time of year. Raining. Getting into the lake now. Should wear gloves next time.
Super excited to see what the guys have done, and especially for the gardens.
Water's gone up about a foot in the last month or so compared to the summer, that's for sure. All the wood up there and up there. Very nice.
Oh wow, that's awesome. I like the trim.
Trimming the baseboards. The doors trimmed in. So we just gotta pick up the rest of the groceries out of the boat, and then we've got all the furniture kind of sitting here. We had that like that when we left, so the carpenters could work, and we're gonna put all that back and just start rebuilding everything, get it looking a little homey and cozy again, and get those new heaters we have warmed up. That's perfect weather for that, and should be good.
So I just wanted to update you guys on my room, because in last week's video I was talking about how John and his team were going to be finishing up different parts of the inside of the cabin while we were gone, including the entire, like one of the entire walls in my room and the trim around my round window, which I'm very happy to say they actually got completely finished. It looks so good, and really completes my whole room. So I'm really excited to start staining and painting in here and actually being able to decorate. And it looks so cozy, and all the work and detail in it looks so beautiful.
Making there, Mom?
I'm making a lantern for the boys' room. Just putting in battery lights to make it cozy. This lantern was here in the cabin when we bought it, so it's pretty neat.
Oh, wow. Hey. Pretty exciting, huh?
Yeah. Looks awesome.
Right there. We bought these in San Antonio, right? Or one of them.
Yeah, yours was in San
Where was yours?
Mine was in Arizona.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
So we bought this guitar in Phoenix, Arizona. Pete's guitar in San Antonio. It's an American Strat. And we've been towing them around in the motorhome all over, and we're really excited to have a place for them to hang on the wall so they can practice. Before Jonathan and his team left, we made sure to order some cedar, some beautiful cedar wood, and have him put together a dream that Carol's had for a long time. She'll tell you about it.
Yeah, I've always wanted to try gardening up north and living completely off the grid. Will help a lot, and it'll be really fun to just be planting tomatoes, onions, lettuce, yes, and just herbs. And so, yeah, we're really excited about this. We have some garden plastic that's coming, and soil that's coming. So that's going to be a job in itself, but we'll hopefully get it in before the frost comes and the snow comes. We are really excited to try out the off-the-grid gardening next spring and summer, so it'll be fun.
Fall mornings up here at the lake are just incredible. The sunrises with all the colors in the trees, and there's just like a beautiful orange glow every single morning. What a beautiful place to wake up, and I just woke up. But I'm starting to Jenny up so we can make some coffee. First things first. As you know, in business, we did a huddle every single morning. It was a 5 to 7 minute high energy huddle where we refocused for the day. And we have been trying to get into that habit as a family because I think it's very important. We start by reconnecting with our values, and then we do what we call here update on the 8 principles, and then we discuss yesterday, we discuss today, so we all have clarity. We listen for and share good news, which is celebrating accomplishments we made yesterday, and then we end with energize, which is a cheer. So I'll teach you more about the huddle. It's a very powerful tool, but doing it as a family, I think, is a little trickier than with a bunch of employees who you can just say, you got to be here. So it's a habit. It's forming good habits, and that's what we're doing this morning. H in huddle stands for have someone recite one of our values or a verse, because we want to reconnect with not only what we're doing but who we are as a team. So Pete, you're up.
The verse of the day is Psalms 27:14. Wait for the Lord, be strong and take heart and wait for the Lord.
One of the first things that we're doing today is filming an unboxing and gear review video for the Epic Family Road Trip Gear Review Show. So while we were filming the gear review, Peter was wearing one of the lav mics, so you could only really hear him. And I think he forgot that he was wearing it while he was setting up the thing we were doing the review on. And I was playing some music while they were working. So then he was singing along, but little did he know that you could only really hear his beautiful voice. And so while I was editing the gear review, there was just this gem of a scene right here.
And I'm proud to be an American. At least I know I'm free. Like to me, and I'll gladly stand up next to you.
Okay, so today me and Dan are going to be clearing all of the extra sheet metal from the roofing that the guys left. We're going to be storing all this stuff inside of the main lodge to preserve it and protect it until it is going to be used, maybe. And all the shingles off the roof and just trash from around the place we're going to be cleaning up and bringing down to the boathouse, where all of the other stuff is from when we were cleaning up our house.
First to fire?
Yeah, first to fire. It's a cold day. So we're starting to put this wood away into the boathouse, stacking up as neat as we can. Yeah, just once this is finished, we'll move on to all the other stuff. It's a nice day for work. We're just finishing priming and painting the wall of the main cabin over here. Alright, so a bit of time ago we finished priming these walls, repriming them because we got some new primer, and we've now just put on the first coat of the brown paint. And it's starting to snow, so we're gonna give the painting a break and start cleaning up and finishing up that whole job until it maybe heats up a bit or at least stops snowing. So now we are getting all the shingles from the roof and all the little sharp pieces of metal that they cut through here. So this is going to be the most, I think, lifting part, because we're filling out tons of these bags and it's not even, it doesn't look like much, but there is a ton underneath there.
see something swimming in the distance. We don't want to harass it, but either it's a couple of big ducks or geese, or it could be a bear or a moose, or neither. A doe swimming across. Must have been on that island over there, and they're swimming right across the channel. It's pretty athletic, and they swim fast. We're staying far enough back to not get her too upset. We'll let her go when she gets on shore, but kind of neat. We've seen bears swim across. I've seen a moose way up on the east arm swim across, but never a deer. Now that we've got our building project pretty much completed, so we don't have people hammering and all kinds of saws and things going on in the background, and we've got a nice little office slash studio here, we have begun doing some filming for my Instagram, because as you know, I'm a professional speaker and a coach and an author, and so I'm working on giving some free tips and advice to anyone who's interested, people that are in business for themselves, or people that manage a team, or just anyone actually who works with a team. Hopefully you can find some of these videos helpful and very informative. So head on over to @PeterVanStralen on Instagram, and we'll see you there. Over the log here.
Alright, now I get this straight.
Okay, so now we're going to get that old antique draw knife and strip the bark off of this tree, and then cut it to the shape that or the length and that we want. We'll find exactly what part of the tree would be the best for it, and then get it ready and bring it up there to dry all winter. And then we'll probably end up getting one more or another or two more trees, and then stripping those and using them for it as well.
So cold. Tonight it's actually supposed to snow 3 to 6 centimeters, I think, so we'll see. That will be the first snowfall up here, right? Or, well, it was kind of snowing that one day in the morning. It'll be the first real snowfall, I think. We'll see if it actually sticks to the ground, though. It's supposed to be pretty cold, too.
Okay, so we were just measuring the length of replacement logs for the old decorative logs that used to be here when the tree broke through the roof. So we're gonna go find 3 similar trees that would be perfect replacements, strip them like what we did with this, the one that we used to replace the roof here, and then leave them over the winter time to dry out. And then hopefully next spring when we're here, we're gonna do the final touches, like probably paint them or stain them or whatever, and then get them set up there. We're busy. Alright, so we're taking up the now stripped logs, setting them up here by Opa and Oma's cabin, and we'll probably get some finishing things like last knots and little bits of things we missed with the draw knife. We're going to bring them inside the house and let them dry once we do the last finishing touches, and hopefully they'll be perfect by spring. Then we'll get them cut to the right length and width and then set up there. It should be really, really awesome once they're up there. So now both of the logs are in here. Should be good to just sit here and dry. Look forward to next spring once we can put them up.
It feels like fall just went by in 2 seconds. It's so crazy how fast it went. Oh, cause it feels like just a couple days ago all these trees were covered in colors, and now all of their leaves are on the ground. And now it's supposed to start snowing. Oh, it's so crazy. And I think it does go a little bit faster up, like the further up north you are, because it gets a little colder, I guess. But at least it was a really pretty fall time though. So today is actually the day that I'm supposed to finish editing this week's video that you're watching right now, and I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. But yeah, today I'm supposed to finish editing this video. I'm just taking a quick break right now on a walk through the island, because it's always really nice going for walks on the island. There's something I need to remember to do more, especially since in less than 2 weeks we're going to be actually leaving the island for a few months and hitting the road and traveling again over the winter. So I'm definitely going to soak it up and enjoy what time we have left here until next time we're back. I'm actually taking a walk on this trail that goes kind of down the middle of the island that my brothers and mom and dad were working on this summer to kind of clear, because it got kind of crowded and a lot of the trees and plants kind of got overgrown on the trail, but now they raked it all out and cleared it out and made it a really nice open path to take nice walks on and even bike rides on. So and it's so pretty during the fall because of all the colors. So right now, me, Pete, and Dan are going to be showing you guys our travel souvenir collection. Over the past 3 years, traveling full-time as a family, we have collected quite a few things, from patches to postcards to other random souvenirs that we've picked up along the way. And we also have some things from our travels from when we were younger that we've collected. So we've actually been collecting things for quite a long time, and it's really awesome to be able to look back on them, and they have so many amazing memories attached to them. So let's get right into it. So I've been collecting things and putting them in this box since I was probably probably about 10 years old. So it has quite a few random things. So we're first gonna go through this. Okay, so the first thing that's in here is this amazing pencil drawing that my friend Leah did when we were in Haiti in 2015. So we met a lot of amazing people there and made quite a few friends. So then while we were there, Leah would draw pictures of us with our friends that we met there so that we could have them as memories when we got back. And she is just so skilled at drawing. So this is actually a drawing of Daniel with his friend Hans that he met in Haiti. And it's so well done by Leah, and this is going to be such a good memory to have forever. Oh, we're out of focus. So this is going to be such a nice memory to have forever, and we plan to actually frame it really soon so that it doesn't get wrecked. But that was the first thing in our box. Oh, another thing is this. I don't even know what it's called, but when we were in Rama Candidasa, Bali, I think that's how you say it, in Indonesia. What?
It's Rama Candidasa.
Rama Candidasa, Bali, Indonesia. We were at this hotel and a guy, what was he doing?
Well, he would scrape the pieces of whatever it was, and then he would put charcoal over it, which would be the ink that he was writing with.
It seems like some sort of like a palm leaf. I'm not exactly sure, but it looks really amazing, and this is just so beautiful. Handcrafted and customized to say things like work, play, care, which is like our family motto. And it says the Stralen Family on it. That's just really beautiful. It folds up like this. I'm probably gonna hang this on a wall one day, but yeah, definitely wanna keep this safe. But that was from Bali, Indonesia. So I have a lot of things in here, like pictures and postcards and stuff, even some plane tickets and things. I'm probably gonna make a big scrapbook one day. So this one's from Washington, DC. We went on a business trip there in 2015 as a family to the Speakers Association. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that was our first time in DC, and that was a really amazing experience, getting to see all the historic monuments and learn about America's history. Okay, so this one is from Mesa Verde National Park. I think that's how you say it. That was another really amazing national park that we visited on our first road trip with the RV. Okay, so the next one is from Joshua Tree National Park. One of our favorite things to do while we're traveling through North America or anywhere around the world is visit national parks, because you get to learn so much and see so many amazing natural things that are from that part of the world. San Francisco. Then the next one is from Yosemite. That was also from our first road trip. But basically there's just so many postcards in this pile and different things that we've collected. And to go through them all would take quite a long time, because I still have this entire bag full of postcards, and I'm not going to go through all of them. Maybe one day I'll do a more in-depth video about our postcard collection.
About 3 years ago on our mother's birthday, we went to a Blue Jays game. I can't remember who they were playing, but we came early to their practice when they were just all playing around, like catch and practicing. And one of the guys threw a ball to us, and Caroline actually caught this one. And yeah, it's awesome. We've kept it for a long time, and probably gonna put it up in a shelf with other collectibles that we have. It's kind of nice.
Okay, so the next thing I see is this necklace, which is actually really pretty. It was handmade, and we bought it, or I bought it on like a street market in Haiti. It was on our last day there, and someone had this rug out on the dirt street with all these different little handcrafted things. And I bought a few things, but one of them was this necklace, and I think it's just really unique and really pretty. Okay, so this is kind of random, but I was trying to, before we actually bought those necklaces and things from Haiti, I was trying to think of different things that I could keep as kind of little pieces that I could remember Haiti by, or different days that we had in Haiti. I just have these two little pop bottle lids that we had, because it was, and it kind of reminds me though of this thing that I was thinking about while we were there, because we would either get a bottle of Coke or a bottle of Sprite for a treat every once in a while with our lunches, which was like really nice because it was super hot there. But it kind of made me think how we take so much for granted here in first world countries and in North America, because there, what used to be just kind of normal, or it wasn't that special when we would get it here, was really special when we got it there, and we definitely didn't take the little things for granted like that. So in this metal mug that I got at the Alamo in Texas, I have a mini coin collection from different places. So I have a pressed penny from Niagara Falls, which we would have done when I was probably about 10. I have some money from Norway when I went when I was 12 with my family. I have some Cuban money. So one of the reasons why we're actually doing this video is because over the last couple of months while we've been building the cabin, we had been bringing things over from our storage unit, but we had to keep them out of the way while they were building. But since the cabin has been pretty much finished for the past couple of days, or almost nearly a few weeks, we've been taking things out, and I've been finding a bunch of stuff that's been like our souvenirs and our collections from our travels. So we thought it was really cool and thought you guys might want to see a little bit into what our collection has been from traveling for the past almost 3.5 years. So yeah, okay, so we have this bag and it is very, very full of postcards and different things. So I'm just gonna pull random things out and we'll talk about them. Okay, I'm actually just gonna pour everything out so that it's easier to see, and then we'll go through it. This is gonna be a mess that I'm gonna have to clean up later. Another thing that I forgot that I also collect besides patches and postcards is stickers, because we have a mini sticker collection on the outside door of our RV from all the different national parks and states and provinces that we've been to. But then sometimes I buy double of those stickers so that I can use them on other things, so I might have a few stickers in here. So this one is of Mount Logan in Kluane National Park in Yukon Territory when we were on our way to Alaska, which is really, really cool. This one is from when we visited the Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas, which was really cool. This one's from Mount Hood, Oregon. That is one of our favorite places. We've been to Oregon a few times because that's where our mom's actually from, but Mount Hood is just always so amazing to go to, and we've been lucky enough to go summer snowboarding there a few times as well. Okay, so now we have some of our postcards from Australia and New Zealand. So as some of you may know, we went on a 6-month overlanding trip starting in New Zealand, and then we went to Australia for about a month in South Australia, and then we went to Bali, Indonesia for 2 weeks, and then we were in New Zealand for about another 3 months, or 3 or 4 months or so. So we have a lot of great memories there, and we've collected quite a few postcards. This one's from Cathedral Cove in the Coromandel Peninsula. We actually camped, I think, right about here in Hai Beach or Ha Beach. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, but that was a really fun time, and we hiked all the way to Cathedral Cove from that beach, and that's actually where they filmed a scene in Narnia, which is really cool. And this one is from Grand Canyon National Park. So we actually visited Grand Canyon on our first road trip, which was amazing, but then this year we actually did a 3-day and 2-night hike into the Grand Canyon, which we made a video of. This one's really cool. It's actually a wooden postcard from Denali National Park in Alaska. This one's of the Old Faithful Geyser in Yellowstone National Park, which was super cool. That was our first time visiting, and we'll never forget it. So I definitely did not go into depth of all of the postcards that we have in our collection, but those were quite a few of them. Okay, so now we're just gonna go through 2 more things. One of them is my patch collection. So again, I'm just gonna pour them all out to make it easier. And I'm not sure exactly how many patches I have. I think it's close to 100, but so I'm not going to go into depth about that yet. I might do a patch collection video, so if you would like to see that, let me know. But a lot of these are from different national parks, monuments, historic sites, different states in the United States, different provinces in Canada, and different countries. One of my favorites is this one that my parents found at a vintage shop in Australia. Ooh, another cool one is this one of the Alaska Highway. So the last thing that I'm going to talk about is my journal. So my whole life I've grown up reading stories from different explorers and their expeditions and their adventures around the world, and it really inspired me to want to journal and document different things that I did. And I have tons of different journals from growing up, but then when we went on our New Zealand trip, I really wanted to keep a really detailed kind of diary of every day. So I did. I journaled every single day, documenting everything we did, and it's all in this little journal here. And I'm not going to go into detail about this either, so I'm just going to go through this a little bit and show you guys a few things, but I might do a video all on my journal one day because it's just full of so many amazing adventures that I love to look back on. The first thing in here is I taped a bunch of our boarding passes from our different flights. Then on the cover I glued a few different things. So there's a coaster from the Elephant Park in Bali, a stamp from New Zealand, a fake leaf that we got given at the Hobbiton movie set in New Zealand. Then a 2,000 rupiah from Bali, Indonesia. When we were in Bali, we got gifted these handmade necklaces with little like old Balinesian coins and then our name in Indonesian, which is really cool. And I have a few pages that are cut out in the shape of a shell because I actually attached a shell that I got in New Zealand to one of the pages. So sometimes I wouldn't be able to journal in the day because we would be driving, or sometimes I would forget for a couple of days, so I'd have to catch up. But then I would love to be able to do that. It was one of my favorite things to be able to journal at night in our tent when we were camping in amazing places. These pages are from our time in Mount Cook National Park. That was one of my favorite places in New Zealand because we were camping right across from Mount Sefton and all the mountains were in the distance, and it's just one of my favorite memories. Definitely a place I would love to go back to one day. I wrote very thoroughly there. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of my journal, but basically we love just being able to look back on all of this stuff that we've collected over the years and things that we've journaled about and documented about. So we hope you guys enjoyed this too, and maybe got some inspiration for your travels to collect different memories along the way. So I just laid out all my patches to show you guys, to give you guys a perspective of all of them, but then I realized that I actually don't have all of my patches here, like not even close to all of my patches. So they must be somewhere else in a different box or something, but these are some of the majority of them from different national parks and places we went, including places in New Zealand, so it's pretty amazing. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. And also don't forget to follow us on Instagram at the Epic Family Road Trip.
And in the meantime,
We'll see you down the road.
Bye.